Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla, but you can call me Shay, and today I'm going to be showing you guys 10 tips to start your healthy natural hair journey. So let's get right into it. Actually, before we get right into it, let's just take a second to acknowledge that we are in a new space. I am in my dorm, and this is probably going to be the new area in which I'm recording, other than if I'm... It's also very loud outside because I do go to school in the city, so there's always something going by. So hopefully you guys can hear me, and hopefully I'm able to overpower the noise outside, but we're just gonna focus here, you know. All right, so getting right into it. Tip number 1. My first tip is to detangle before you get in the shower. This tip is going to come in handy for anybody that has a hard time washing their hair and spends hours upon hours in the shower detangling and fretting and ripping their hands to their hair, trying to hurry up because somebody else got to get in the shower, trying to hurry up because you're not trying to run that water bill up. This is a great tip for you. When you detangle outside of the shower, it's a lot easier to take your time and get in nice and in depth. You don't have to rush, and it makes the process that you do inside the shower so much easier. If you want to like a real life example of that, definitely go look at my pre-wash day routine and look at my wash day routine. The work I did in my pre-wash day routine and so my wash day routine was so easy and seamless basically. So tip number 2. Tip number 2 is another one that has to do with detangling. Speaking of detangling, tip number 2 is to finger detangle. Now, personally, I prefer finger detangling over any type of Denman brushes, wide tooth combs, small tooth combs, just anything, any type of tools you would use to detangle your hair, just because finger detangling reduces breakage by so much. I know y'all be using these brushes and combs and y'all see these huge clumps of hair that come out in these brushes. Like, I know y'all see it. That is breakage. Like, some of it is shedding, yes, but a lot of it is breakage. So if you want to avoid that, definitely start finger detangling. It works just the same pretty much. I mean, if you definitely want to grow your hair out, I strongly suggest that you start finger detangling. Tip number 3, and this is something that a lot of natural hair YouTubers have already said, so this is probably something you've already heard. Apply shampoo to the roots of your hair only. Now, the reason you want to do that is because shampoos often have a lot of silicones, parabens, sulfates, and a bunch of things, chemicals and stuff along those lines. So it's definitely like a lot more harsh. So if you want to avoid your hair being stripped of the natural oils that are already in your scalp and being all dry, and like, only apply it to the roots and let it just run down to the ends when you rinse out your hair. I wouldn't suggest applying any type of shampoo directly to your ends, because unless it's like a co-wash or a moisturizing shampoo, because your ends, as I always say, are the elderly members of the community, and they can't take all that. Like, they can't take that roughness on them. So your roots, your little baby fresh born ones, cool, rinse it out and all the shampoo will run down, so all your hair is going to get clean anyway. Plus, this makes your shampoo last so much longer. You're not going to have to keep buying shampoo and buying shampoo and buying shampoo. A bottle will last you a month or 2. So keep that in mind. Tip number 4. Now, this tip is for the people that definitely want to grow their hair out nice and strong and long and healthy and thick. And this tip is to give yourself scalp massages at least once a week. At least. Scalp massages stimulate the scalp, which increases the blood flow to the scalp, which then helps your hair to grow longer and stronger. So what I will usually do in my scalp massages is I'll take some of my favorite oils. My oil mixture is down in my the description box of, I believe, my wash day routine and my pre-wash day routine and my braid out routine. I think the oil mixture is in all those, but anyway, any of your favorite oils, get them. You can do this as a hot oil treatment or just regular oils. Put them in your hands, rub them on your fingertips, and just start to massage your hair. I'll usually split my hair into sections and just massage it into your scalp, get it nice and along your edges. Like if y'all trying to bring your edges back, if some braiding place or somebody that did your weave snatched your edges out, this is the key. Massage your scalp and that'll bring them right back.
Wow. Look.
You want to come in the video? Look at her.
I can't.
But anyway, getting back to the matter at hand. I don't even know how I was sitting before. All right, here we go. All right, tip number 5. Okay, so this is for anybody who is starting off their natural hair journey with like protective styles. If you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're still taking care of your hair in the midst of your protective style. You want to make sure that you're still like making an effort to keep your scalp moisturized so that it will actually, your hair will actually benefit from the protective style. Because a lot of people will go into protective styles and once they take them out, their hair will be all broken or dry or just not where it needs to be. So if you have like box braids in or something like that, do those same scalp massages. Like just run the oil along the parts or something like that. Just make sure that you're actually taking care of your hair even though it isn't a protective style. Because I know people be getting braids and be like, oh, I gotta do my hair. Like, yes, but no, like you still need to take care of it. So and then also if you're doing like protective style after protective style after protective style, you want to make sure that you give your hair a break in between. So like maybe like a few days or a week just to let your hair breathe, because going into having your hair all pulled back and braided all tight like for months and months and months on end can definitely cause some breakage. So make sure you let your hair breathe. Tip number 6. So tip number 6 is something that a lot of people don't do, and this is why they give up on doing their natural hair in general. Tip number 6 is to learn what works for your hair. Learn what works for your hair. You, not anybody else's, your hair. At the end of the day, you can watch as many natural hair YouTubers, Instagram, Twitter, Snap, look at all these beautiful people with natural hair doing their hair. You can follow those tutorials like in depth, following each and every single detail, but at the end of the day, it will not turn out exactly the same as the person that's showing it. You feel me? Say they might have a different texture hair than you, their hair might be longer than you, their hair might be thinner than yours, thicker than yours, it might have a different porosity. Just all of those factors come into play with the way your hair is going to turn out. So in order for you to be successful in your healthy natural hair journey, you have to learn what works for your hair. And if you're looking for people to like watch, maybe watch people that are closer to your hair texture. Like if you're 4C, watch 4C YouTubers. Definitely find some YouTubers, do your research, look for somebody that has the hair about the same length, texture, or something if you can find them, and then that's probably your best bet. But at the end of the day, nobody has the exact same, so you need to find what works for you. You have to go out, buy different products, stuff like that, and just find what your hair likes. Tip number 7 is about product combination. So when you're trying your new styles, your twist outs, your braid outs, bantu knot outs, whatever you try, and you have like say your styler, your cream, your oil, whatever products you have, you want to make sure that you have a good product combination. I feel like every person with natural hair has experienced those times where the products that they put in their hair didn't mix well, so they took out their braid out and it was like white stuff, flakes, it just looked nasty. So we've all experienced that, where you've had a style that you were excited about, you wanted to do, you're trying new products, and then once you take this all down, you're left with this ugly, white, flaky residue. Now, to avoid that, this is a major key. I learned this from a YouTuber like years ago. I was probably like 14 when I learned this. I think it was like Mono's hair, maybe. I think it was her. It might have been. I think it was her. So shout out to her, Mono's hair. But anyway, in the video, she showed that like there's a strategy to tell if two products are gonna mix before you do it, before you put it in your hair, and before you go through the struggle of seeing those white flakes in your perfectly defined braid out or twist out. So here's what you do. You'll take one product in one hand, take your second product in the other hand. So say you have like Shea Moisture and Eco Styler, which is a bad combo. I'm just letting y'all know that's a bad combo. But say you have that, you'll take like a little bit in one hand, a little bit of Eco Styler in the other hand, rub it together, and if the two products don't rub into your hand completely, like if ew, you can hear my ashiness, but if the two products don't rub into your hand completely and your hand is still left with a whole bunch of white residue after you rub it in, it's gonna have the same effect on your hair. So if you have 2 products and you rub them together in your hand, you don't have to use a lot, but just a little bit just to sample it, and it dissolves completely into your hand, then it's gonna dry clear. So that's a like quick little trick that I learned from, I believe, Mono's hair. I hope it was her, because I'm really like showing her out in this, but yeah, that's a quick tip. So if you want to know if your products gonna work together, definitely try that. And then also, usually if you get products from the same line, so like if you have 2 Shea Moisture products or 2 Carol's Daughters products, it will most likely work together. Like they're most likely made to work as a little combo. So definitely like think about that too. Like if you're trying a new gel, get a leave-in conditioner or a twisting pudding from that same line, and they'll probably work together well. Next tip number 8. Tip number 8 is something that I wish I knew back in the day when I was first starting out doing my hair. Give yourself time when you try new styles. I cannot tell you the amount of times I was trying curl formers or flexi rods or bantu knots, and it came out disgusting. It came out a mess and terrible, and I didn't have any time to recover. Like I would try a new style right before I was going to an event, and I would get to that event, get to the time where I was getting ready for the event, and my hair would come out a mess. So definitely make sure that when you're trying new things, like set aside a day and like maybe a day after that to recover and quickly, like, you know, put your hair in some braids or put your hair in a puff or put your hair in a bun so that you have time, because you will really play yourself. You will really play yourself if you don't do that. All right. Tip number 9. This is very important for a lot of y'all to know. With natural hair, you have to be patient. All right, personally I struggle with this because I feel like my hair takes forever to grow. I be feeling like I'm waiting 6 years for my hair to grow like 1 inch, and then I'll see YouTubers be like, oh, my 3-year natural hair journey, and they'll go from bald to like tailbone length. Like I never understood that. But anyway, be patient with your hair. Everybody's hair grows at different speed. Some people's hair grows faster than others. Be patient, it'll come. Just be in the moment. Be happy with your TWA. Be happy with your medium length hair. Be happy with your shoulder length. However long it takes, enjoy the process, enjoy the transition, and enjoy your natural hair journey. So last tip, finally, tip number 10, and this is honestly like low-key an opinion, but I think it's a tip. Throughout your natural hair journey, remember, strength over length, okay? Strength and health over length. I've seen plenty of people that want their hair to grow out. They're so pressed for their hair to be long. They go on all these different pills, try all these different chemicals, get caught up in all these different methods to grow their hair, and they end up damaging their hair. Like their curls will be all loose, or their hair will get all thin, their hair is all dry. Just their hair isn't as healthy as it could be and strong as it could be if they would have just waited out the process. So definitely don't be so focused on growing out your hair that you neglect your hair's health. Pay attention to your hair, pay attention to what it needs. If you start taking pills and you notice that your hair is getting longer but your hair is like also thinning out, chill out, like put the pills down. My bad, y'all, my camera was on its deathbed. But anyway, the last thing I was saying was just to definitely value the health and strength of your hair over the length of your hair. I know it can be frustrating waiting for your hair to grow and you want to try all these different methods, but definitely make sure that you're doing what's best for your hair and your body and paying attention to what you put in your hair and put in your body. We're gonna end the video right here. Thank you guys for watching. Those are my top 10 tips for starting your healthy natural hair journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't. At this point in the game, you should have been subscribed, but make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend, tell 10, tell somebody. I want us to grow as a channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My last video is linked in the description box. It always is. Make sure you continue to watch my other videos, explore my channel, see what you need to see, do what you need to do. I got a video for a bunch of different things, anything you need, and more coming. Every single Sunday a new video will be posted. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below anything you guys want to see. Also comment down below any questions you guys have. I'm planning on doing a Q&A someday if somebody will ask me a question. But yeah, So I feel like it's something else I'm supposed to say, but I'm also on 2%. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.